Gigi the Gadget Goddess, and today I have my first device of 2021. It might shock you that my first device from 2021 is from 2020. I'm not going to do this in traditional fashion. I'm just going to give you my first impressions and why I chose this as my first device purchase of 2021. So let's unbox this. This is the LG Wing. I told you I wouldn't be able to go back to a regular phone, and I can't. But I had some curiosity about the Wing. I picked this up on SwapUp. It's brand new, but not in the box. I don't know if it was a replacement for somebody or what. Brand new, $630. The fold is gonna go bye-bye for a while. I'm not selling it, and I'm gonna try out the Wing. So let's start our swap out process. This has swivel mode, gimbal motion camera, 6.8 inches flawless, POLED full vision, and dual recording. I had dual recording on another LG device. Okay, we got some juice. I just did the Google Play services where it pulls your last update. So now I'm gonna do the LG transfer. Yeah, nice little tour with the plastic still on. We have the USB Type-C port, speakers, microphone, and we only have a mic on the top, no speakers, so we don't have dual speakers. On the side we have, I guess, a power button, volume up and down buttons. And I'm still trying to, oh, here's the SIM card slide. All right. Trying not to touch any buttons, but I don't want to stop the process. Everything's going so well. God, this thing is big. Oh, silly me. I'm so used to not having expandable memory that I look for these things to be small. So I do have a memory card that I can slide in here. LG has made my memory card useful again. Let's go. Let's just say I am about 15 minutes from walking out of the door and it's still not finished. Smart switch from Samsung might be a bit faster than LG's mobile switch. And we're back. I didn't shoot any on this phone over the weekend purposely. I did want to give it a dry run, play with it a little, get to know its features, how it functioned and everything like that. I've gotten the quirks and things I like and things I don't like, and so I think I can give you an overall better video now. I'm giving you a couple of days of use. As most of you know, my delay in buying a device was my love for the Z Fold 2. I am trying not to bring that phone up in this video because to me it's not a direct competitor or a direct comparison. I do plan on comparing this phone, the Z Fold 2, and one other device in the near future. So I will save those comments and debates for that time. First of all, the swivel experience is nice. I do think it's kind of niche. The usefulness on this swivel, it's only a good use case for me is when I am going to use this phone in gimbal mode in the camera settings. So if I go in the camera settings, it shows me gimbal mode. I'm moving around and look at everything without moving the phone, right? I got this joystick down here and it moves everything around. That's neat. That's something I can use, right? This phone does have really nice cameras to go with the gimbal feature. I'll show you some shots from the camera right in here. One neat thing this phone does is dual recording. This is me recording together, so they both are saved together. You can record them so they're separately as well. So I can record what's in front of me and myself at the same time. When I get around to something like, say, YouTube, so I can watch videos in this top part, I don't like using this bottom part as a keyboard, even though that's a function. It feels kind of awkward because of how your back piece is set up. My case did come in for this phone. I have a video coming on my case. See how small YouTube is? Now, let's go back to this mode here, to where YouTube was up here. I didn't find it really easy to get my keyboard down here at the bottom for a lot of different apps. Most of the time when I try to get stuff like YouTube down at the bottom, it gave me more of like options for YouTube if I wanted to press play, go forward, backward, how bright I wanted my screen, etc. Let's say I go into Twitter and I want to write out a tweet. See, my keyboard's right here at the bottom. It's like it knew by default that that's what I wanted to do. I guess for me, I needed something to let me know when I was going to get a keyboard at the bottom and when I wasn't. I felt like I did have to do a lot of hunting around to figure out things that I thought would be kind of, this is easy. I can figure this out. Another gripe I have about this phone, at retail, I don't believe it's worth $1,000. Now, you know, Kimmy always says there's not many phones that are worth $1,000, right? Most phones nowadays do run you $1,000. I'm not saying that they don't. LG just recently dropped the price of this phone. You can get it from T-Mobile and some other places for right at $700. If this phone had came out at $700, it would have sold like hotcakes. But it came out at $1,000, and now you have the rumors of LG potentially not making any more phones. So I said, let me scoop this up. Do we call it a flagship just because it's $1,000? Or do we call it a flagship because it's the last big device we think LG is going to put out? I mean, the V60 would probably be the hardest hitter they put out. But again, I'm telling you, this phone is using the processor that the Velvet had. The one thing I wish I could do on this phone is when I'm watching YouTube or something, I wish I could turn off this bottom screen. And I guess people are like, well, why would you want to turn off the bottom screen? Why even swivel it? The reason I'd want to is because the phone is easier to hold in swivel mode. Y'all might think I'm weird for this. I have all the real estate up there at the top, and I'm texting like all my text up here in a big format. I like that. I guess for me, having my fingerprint scanner up here when my hands are usually down here was a problem. When I started playing a video, reaching for the up and down volume switch on the side and always accidentally hitting the power button. And if I was using it in this form factor, not being able to find volume switches or anything at all. I really found this second screen not to be as useful as a lot of people claimed it would be. Shout out to Kia 2 Technical. It looks like she just put out a video. So if I say I want to, you know, have two screens up, I'm checking out the news over here and I'm checking out YouTube over here. I mean, there were some good use cases for like navigation. If you're navigating, that's fine. This is a very small area to get anything out of. The phone is very tall. I will give it that. Let's go Talking Tech Tuesday from the intro so you can kind of just hear music and things of that nature.
Wait up, got no energy for haters. See you trying to see you later. See you later. I'm sure.
So yeah, you can easily mute it. The other thing is it's kind of distorted when you put it on the highest volume. You can probably tell. I'm still learning. I kind of feel like I constantly want to turn this the wrong way. I do want to do that sometimes. I'm like, oh, it goes that way. I don't think it's a fragile phone. This is a pretty thick phone because you're talking phone on phone. The screen is beautiful. I was impressed by the number of themes and things that they have set up for this phone that take advantage of the screen. So go settings, wallpaper, and theme. There seem to be tons and tons of seamless themes to where it will, oh, I didn't see this one. I love the ocean. It's the ocean, right? So if I close it, there's an animated ocean. Don't know how well you can see that because we're outside in the brightness. And when I flip it open, the ocean comes in from the top. That's kind of neat. I am very much an ocean girl. So you got that one live. I didn't know they had animated seamless ones. I've been fooling around with this phone a lot this weekend just to find my way into using text messages, etc., being able to flip things around. So Kimmy, who is this phone for? This phone is for an LG enthusiast. This phone is for somebody who does not want to spend a lot of money on a phone, but have a phone that has a different kind of vibe to it. This phone is for somebody who wants a unique phone, but they don't want to pay $2,000 for a unique experience. I'm gonna wrap this up. Tell y'all I appreciate y'all dropping by the channel. I know this wasn't a traditional wing video, but like I said, this device is months old. I just wanted to give you my take after having it a weekend. I do plan to cover more on this phone. This is not the last time you will see this device. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Holla!